Far from making a deal, the two sides in the deficit Donnybrook are landing fresh blows, this time in prime-time speeches. With default looming in just 1 week, President Barack Obama warns a disaster threatens.
We would risk sparking a deep economic crisis. This one caused almost entirely by Washington.
But in a rival address, John Boehner said what's disastrous is Washington's spending spree.
And the sad truth is that the president wanted a blank check 6 months ago, and he wants a blank check today. This is just not going to happen.
Deadlocked on a so-called grand bargain over deficit reduction, Democrats and Republicans now have rival plans just to tide Uncle Sam over. The Democrats and Obama proposed $2.7 trillion in spending cuts, Republicans roughly $2.8 trillion. But the GOP splits the package in half, requiring a vote on the second half next spring. The president says no way to that.
There's no point in putting the economy at risk by kicking the can further down the road.
But Boehner charges Obama's stand really reflects his bid for a second term.
Those decisions should be made based on how they're going to affect people who are struggling to get a job, not how they will affect some politicians' chances of getting reelected.
Masked by the dueling speeches, two key concessions. Republicans no longer demand a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution, and Obama's shelved his insistence on more tax revenue to balance the spending cuts.
Despite a brief break in Washington's sweltering July, with just days left to solve this crisis, Washington is still clearly feeling the heat. Even House Republicans acknowledge the phone lines are lighting up, with constituents worried about their Social Security checks. Mark Smith, The Associated Press, the White House.